As many weeks, right? Here we go again.
And the governor said earlier that the debris operators, they're picking them up, they will be operating 24/7 until tropical storm force winds start.
Saw police escorted dump trucks. You don't see that very often. Cranes down at the beach lifting boats up. We just got the very latest in from the National Hurricane Center. They are now forecasting 10 to 15 feet of surge for Pinellas County.
Whoa.
That's twice what we saw during Helene. All right, 180 mile per hour winds. It will not have that wind when it gets here. Okay, that's very impressive. It will not, but it will have about 125, 130. That's the forecast. So here it is now. You can see it down there, way down by the Yucatan. Just a very impressive storm. Recon's been in there. They're figuring out the data. That's all going into the models. It's really going to help us get a better point about where this thing is going. But it's coming in this direction. So now we have the hurricane warnings for the entire area in west central Florida. That goes all the way out, includes Orlando. In fact, it goes over the East Coast. Notice the winds here coming down as we get into tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, but coming down from 180. That puts it at 160 by late tomorrow night on its way down. Okay, and now we do think that there'll be a lot of dry air. We know we have a bunch up here and a lot of shear over top of us. And we think between the two of those, it'll get worked in and it should weaken it to about 125, could be a little bit more than that at landfall. Landfall has not changed much with this update. And in fact, they have it moving right over downtown St. Pete and basically right over Tampa. It's not going to make a difference. It's 30, 40, 50 mile wide eye at that particular point. Okay. Then it goes all the way across the state. It stays a hurricane. It will weaken gradually, but hurricane force winds all the way across through Daytona, through Ormond, through down towards the Cape as well. The forecast models. There are some models that are a little bit further to the south. The problem with landfall right there over Pinellas County is that it pushes water up into the bay because of the counterclockwise flow, okay? And that's why those surge numbers are so high. Now let's talk timing. They have slowed the timing. The models have been doing this for 12, almost 18 hours now. The Hurricane Center forecast has slowed the timing down as well. This now is noon on Wednesday with tropical storm force winds just getting here. So tomorrow's fine. Tomorrow night is pretty good. Tropical storm force winds by mid to late morning on Wednesday. And then from there, things go downhill. So we'll get those 58, 60 mile per hour winds. By the time we get towards about 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, hurricane force winds closer to about 9 to 10 o'clock. All right, so it's Wednesday night that we will see the worst weather come through into Thursday morning. That's Thursday at 2 a.m. That's Thursday at 8 a.m. The highest winds moving out at that point, but still tropical storm force winds. And then the surge will be blowing out at that point as well. So the surge is going to be a quick one this time. Let's talk about those surge numbers. You can see the areas in red that we could see this surge. 10 to 15, we haven't seen it. We have not seen that. So the timing, again, will be Wednesday, throughout the day getting worse. And then as we get into the evening, things will get worse. This is the graph. This is our forecast model that we do right here at the station. It's now starting to agree a little bit more with the Hurricane Center, and the timing has the worst weather overnight Wednesday night into Thursday morning. The highest winds, guys, are going to be right around the center, and we're going to be focused on that number. What is that number? Is it 125, 130, whatever? That's going to be bad. The further you get away from it, the less wind you will have. North, same thing to the south, except for this southern part right here, Manatee, Sarasota County. If it takes this, you're going to get a good hit. Okay, now let's get over to Colleen Campbell. She's going to go over a little bit more of what we can expect.
Thanks, Bobby. Yeah, so county by county here, again, the coastal area is going to have the biggest impacts. And if you are in these areas like Pine Island, Sugar Mill Woods, Hudson, Newport Richey, you need to get evacuating now. You have 24 hours, pack everything up, fill up the gas tank, and get on the road, even if it's going a couple miles inland. Some impacts here for Citrus, Hernando, Pasco County starting late Wednesday into early Thursday. Winds 75 to 95 miles per hour, even greater in some spots. rain 10 to 14 inches, and the surge 3 to 5 feet for Citrus. However, Pasco and Hernando, they have a 5 to 10 foot surge possible, and you need to know that flash flooding is also likely north of the eye wall and where the storm is making landfall. Moving down to Pinellas and Hillsborough County, Safety Harbor, Indian Rocks, Tierra Verde, these are all areas that are in those evacuation zones, and you should be on the road. Tarpon Springs hit hard by Helene. Late Wednesday, Thursday, again, timing not changing there. The winds greater here, 80 to 115 mile per hour winds, again, especially along the coast. Even if you go inland by 10 miles, that will help. Surge 10 to 15 feet, just updated. It's also been updated for the surge in Manatee and Sarasota County. They also have that now from 8 to 12 earlier to 10 to 15 feet. Anna Maria Island, they had a mandatory evacuation this morning. So again, please get out of there. Bradenton, St. Petersburg, again, I didn't cover that in Pinellas, but pretty obvious. All of these coastal areas, Sarasota, make sure you are heeding to all evacuations, and we'll go over the inland areas coming up next.